Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's moi, Jory. Today I'm going to be doing a video on a new bag that I got. And if you don't follow me on Instagram already, which you probably should, then go ahead to my Instagram page. It's at Jory Brodkin. So I recently got a bag and I purchased it in the Essence sale after selling a few things and treating myself to finishing school, which is insane. I can't believe it. If you didn't see it on my Instagram, it is the new Sac de Jour supple bag, or souple, if you know how to pronounce it in French. I probably always mess it up, and that's really bad because I'm Canadian. But it's the new Sac de Jour by the recently appointed creative director of Saint Laurent, Anthony Vaccarello. And it is basically a new reiteration of the large size, which I originally had, and I posted the video on this channel like 3 years ago. But it's like a slightly different version of the bag. Also, disclaimer alert, if you saw that video of that Saint Laurent Sac de Jour bag that I posted years ago, the reason why I've never posted with it again is because I found out that it was actually fake. I've since gotten rid of that, and I replaced it with the crocodile one that I purchased in Paris, which I love so much, but I don't get enough wear out of it because it's just a top handle bag and it's pretty heavy, similar to like a Celine, but I think it's honestly maybe even a bit heavier because of the fact that it's like a thick leather. So in this video I want to do a little reveal of this bag that I got the other day, which I'm so obsessed with. I literally just opened it and stuffed it, but I haven't used it in real life yet, so I'll kind of give you my first impressions, and you can kind of see if you decide to buy it from that, or what you think about it from that. And I'll compare it to the crocodile one that I have. They're both sitting right beside me, that's why I keep pointing. So without further ado, here is the review, feel out, vibe video of these two bags that I love so much. Obviously, they're quite similar in shape, but there are a few differences between the two, and I will show you what they are. So here's the brand new Sac de Jour for men. As you can see just by moving it around, it's really floppy and not as structured as a regular Sac de Jour, which I don't actually mind. You can see it from the side here. It is, if you open it, they kind of just flop back into place. And if you remember my original video, the bag that I had, the black with the gold hardware, large Sac de Jour, was pretty much the same size, but it was also pretty floppy. But there was still a backing in it, and rather the real ones also have a backing in it, like this one here. But this one is literally just leather. I'll show you, it's already stuffed, but I'm gonna take my stuff out. On the inside, it's basically super simple. All you have is the middle compartment and then the leather itself. There's no pockets, there's just the Saint Laurent embossed logo there. And then inside it's completely lined in suede, which is really beautiful. So this is the removable pouch from inside of the bag. It has the logo just on the front, obviously, and then 2 button tabs, which when you put it inside the bag, they just snap on the sides here, which is part of the new update of the Sac de Jours, which they came out with in the last few years before the new creative director was appointed. And so since Anthony Vaccarello was appointed, he wanted to change the style of this bag but keep it original to its concept that they still sell today. Like, they obviously still sell the structured version, like this one here. But when I was in London this past summer, the sales associates at Saint Laurent boutiques told me that Anthony Vaccarello wanted like a new kind of idea for the bag, but still keeping it simple, and they removed the feet because he hates feet. So basically it's just like 2 leather tabs, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I probably won't be putting this on the floor at all because I don't want to ruin it. Because it's so soft, I don't know how much I'll stuff in here, even though it's so big. It's really soft. Like, it's kind of even hard to understand on the screen, but it's literally like if you put something in here and it pokes, like you see it. That's how soft it is. Like, I would say it's very thick leather, and it's double bonded. Like, there's obviously a full piece of calf leather and then a full piece of suede on the inside that is held together, but it's not necessarily like, there's no base behind it and there's no real structure. So I'm wondering if over time this will sort of start to slouch even more, because at this point it already has like a slight like relaxed look to it, which is obviously nothing like the original one. So I'm pretty happy that like I got a completely different one, because last year I wanted to buy, when they had come out with the men's Sac de Jour in the classic hard-sided version, which some people have posted online. I really wanted it, but I was like, that's literally the same. The only difference is it's a tiny bit bigger and there's a strap. This one has like a thinner strap, which is not only functional in changing length, but it's also thin, so it's like super comfortable. And I find the thick straps like can get a little bit uncomfortable, especially if they're a fixed length. Like, if it's just a shoulder bag, then you don't really have much room for like conversion. So on the new version you can obviously see a few differences just on the front, which is, first of all, there's 2 pieces to the lock this time. So on here we have like a little tab that says Saint Laurent Paris, and it's just embossed there on the tab, which they've been doing on a lot of their accessories lately, and I think it's kind of cool. It adds like another touch of hardware. And then the lock is in here, which I haven't taken out of its protective cover, so it's like blue, and I don't think I will take it out because there's no real function for it. On the inside there's no like spot to lock the zipper, so like, once again, even though they, on some of the bags, on some of the Sac de Jours, you can lock the middle compartment, this one you can't. So it's kind of just there for like more, I guess, aesthetic purposes, and it's the same on my other bag. But this part I love so much that you can change the length, and I'm not gonna open this here, but on the back I've already done it just by cinching it in a bit. So basically this comes off and it's just a tab, which is really fantastic, and you can completely actually take it out if you wanted to, and then that would leave this just like loose. But for now, on the back, just to give it a little bit of a different look, I just popped it in the second one there, and that also makes it like less restrictive. That makes it more of like a, I guess, like a looser look to it, which you can see here. But yeah, it's just like super slops and soft. Like, I love it. Now for this Sac de Jour, you've probably only seen it in my video I made 2 years ago of my bag collection at the time, and I only just showed this for a split second. I've never actually made a video on it. Quick story behind it, I purchased this in Paris almost like 2.5 years ago now, and I bought it after I had gotten rid of the fake Sac de Jour, and I bought this one, which is obviously the medium size. And at the time they had come out with the first version of the men's version of the Sac de Jour, which is the same size as that, but the difference is it was like a little bit shorter. That one's a little bit more of a square. So I was debating between the two, but they didn't have the croc version, and I really wanted a crocodile embossed bag because it's something different. You normally gravitate towards like a simple one, so this was really like absolutely gorgeous. And I saw it the first day I was there in Paris. I thought about it the whole trip, and then I bought it like almost the second last day because I was like, I can't get over it, and the price difference there was amazing too. So I just like ended up buying it. But basically it's in immaculate condition because I don't use it all the time, but it has a much, as you can see, a much more structured shape to itself. The tabs are just buttoned on. What I usually do is I will open the tabs, and then, because it's like, it's not the biggest bag, and I'm tall, and sometimes I find it looks a little bit too much like a handbag, which is, it is what it is, but it has that like briefcase kind of vibe to it. I'll pull the tabs through the sides like that, and it looks a little odd, but that way it kind of relaxes the look of the bag. It makes it a little bit less pinched and serious looking. It gives it more of like a loose look to it, so when you hold it, it kind of puckers out a bit on the sides, and it just looks a little bit more fun and less like clean cut, if you know what I mean. I'm like a little bit more of like a casual person, so it's already, I find, hard enough to wear this as is, being such a structured, serious, cool piece, but like I still love it. The differences are obviously, this is their lock and key from the original bag, and I literally just take it out and leave it as an accessory hanging because I think it adds a touch of cool to it. So over time this is just kind of like twisted in that shape, and it's also a little bit longer than the one on this one, and also you can see this is like boxier and then much sloppier. Like this is completely stiff. Obviously nothing on the back. The bottom has 5 feet, which do protect it, and also the base is sturdier. That one has like a lot more of like a sloppy base too. Inside, it's a similar design, so you can kind of tell it's completely lined in suede. So this one has a back pocket, which is zipped. In the middle you do have, I'm like standing from this angle, but you do have a zip pocket, which also is dysfunctional. Like there's no key spot on the zips to lock it for some odd reason. Like, but they close together, so I guess that's a little bit more secure. All in all, that is the Black Croc Sac de Jour embossed, and this was in Eddie Sliman's collections for the bag. It's in the original concept. This is like the, I guess, the new large size, or it was the medium size, and this was a part of the women's line. It is definitely more of the handbag style, but I've seen so many guys carry this bag. I think it works. It just depends on like your style and how it looks on your body. So these are the two together, side by side. And one thing I will say about these two bags is that unstuffed, they're literally pretty much identical in weight. So this one being a thicker leather and structured and with a little more hardware, I guess, it is a little bit heavier. But this one being slightly lighter, there's like not as much structure to it, so it's just simply leather and a bit of hardware, but it is bigger. It is still pretty heavy. Like I think they're about 5 to 6 pounds each, so they're not light bags, but that's what you get for a complete leather piece. And in terms of stuff that fits inside, I'll show you this bag stuffed right now. So this is my computer pouch, and it also fits perfectly in here, but only when the front is open. Otherwise I can only fit the computer. I like that it's like cute. That fits in the back. I have this pouch, another pouch. I got this for my birthday this year, and I got that one for my birthday last year. So they both serve different purposes, but I don't always use them, so they kind of just like sit as like a hold all in the bag. And then obviously I have the middle compartment, which has like a bunch of stuff in it. Sunglass case. This is all what was in my bag before. I have like just like random stuff. These are crack, by the way. I don't know if anyone has had the Walker's peanut butter shortbread. I got these on a flight the other day, and like I fell in love with them when I was in England. Like they're literally crack. My wallet, that in the middle, and Hermes lotion. Basically, this is it, stuffed with a lot of stuff, or at least heavy stuff. I don't really carry too much, but you can see like this is it being held by the strap with everything in it. So it's definitely sloppy, but I think it still looks really good. And then with the handle, it just kind of puckers on top. The handles are literally just connected to the leather, so I don't think I'll be carrying it with my computer always, but it definitely can hold it pretty well. And this is, so you have that one and that one. I like this size better, but I still have this, and I mean, unless someone is interested in purchasing it, I might just end up keeping it as a memento and like a once in a while carry. But yeah. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video on both of my Sac de Jours, which are just beside me now. I'm really excited about this one. I've been wanting like that casual but like chic briefcase style bag that I can wear pretty much every day, and I think this kind of fits the bill. Like I've been really neglecting a lot of my bags that are either like colorful or don't fit everything, and this one really just like, it's the perfect all black, really soft. It's already like broken in, so I don't really have to feel like nervous when carrying it because it has that soft feel. It's just honestly just a beautiful piece. So let me know your thoughts down below. It's still probably available on Essence. I got it on sale and I think the price went back up a bit, but I got it for almost like 40% off, which is insane. And I know like it's still an expensive piece, but for what it's worth, I think like for that discount, I was like, heck yes, I can definitely buy this piece. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Bye.